and welcome to World's End Tarot. Today I'm doing a familiar reading for you guys. We've done this before and you loved it, so I want to do it again. It is a simple yes or no answer to a question that you have about a current situation, and then a little bit of a further reading into the energies surrounding the answer, yes or no. So as you know, we have 10 options available to you, and we also have a corresponding sea glass to help you make your choice. So let's go into the different options. This is the option we have for group 1. It is a dark amber brown kind of colour of sea glass. So that's for option number 1. And then for option 2, it's a pale blue piece of sea glass. It's kind of aquamarine colour, and it has tiny little ridges. So that's option 2. Then for option 3, I have a kind of khaki coloured yellow green piece of sea glass. For option 3, and for 4 we have a clear piece of sea glass in this shape. Then for option 5 I have a very small triangular shaped dark green piece of sea glass. That's for option 5. For option 6, we have a piece of clear sea glass here in this kind of shape. Then for 7, I have a dark green piece of sea glass, which is quite unusual and seems to have this ridge to the shape. I'm trying to, if you can see that, that gives it a good impression. So that's dark green, and that is for option 7. Then for number 8 we have another piece of clear glass. This time it's a lot smaller. Then for 9 we have a dark green. Actually I would say it's quite light green, but it's definitely darker than the khaki colour, although it's definitely green. And that is for option 9. And then for option 10 I have a tiny little piece of blue sea glass, very small. So these are your options. So I want you, as usual, to take a moment to allow yourself, your intuition to line up, to think of your question, the one that has the yes or no answer that you're requiring. Just focus and let yourself be centered. And then when you are ready, click on the timestamp for the reading of your choice, and I will see you in your reading. Hello group 1, this is your reading. You chose the brown piece of sea glass here. I'm just going to put that to the side. Let's have a look at the answer to your question. It is the World card, and I am getting a yes. Let's find out a little bit more about the energies that you need to be aware of about this situation, about this answer, and just see what's happening for you here. So what can you tell me, please, more about this answer? Thank you. I have 8 of Pentacles coming up for you, pile 1. 8 of Pentacles. What else can you tell me, Spirit? Let me know about pile 1. Thank you. We also have the 6 of Pentacles. So we have the 8 of Pentacles, we have the 6 of Pentacles. This is really interesting, pile 1. Let me see. What else do I need to know about pile 1, please? Tell me more about this. This is coming. And we have the High Priestess. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. I'm just going to get one more for myself as well. I want this one. Ooh. Spinning on the Ten of Swords. Okay. So it's a yes, particularly if you're asking questions surrounding work and wanting to step up into a more productive project or situation. There is something here about you already knowing the answer to this question. This is a confirmation of that yes, because you've already been using your intuition. It's almost like you're looking for confirmation from this reading as opposed to looking for confirmation from yourself. I'm not sure why that is, Pile 1. That's only something you can comment on. But this is coming from a context of feeling really like at the end of your tether, really feeling very at a dead end almost, something about needing to get up and start over. But I see that you're not starting over from scratch. I see that you're building on what you've already accomplished, and there's just this renewal of some sort of inspiration and work ethic, as well as being somebody that others are looking up to for guidance, as well as generosity. I'm seeing that you are coming up here with the Six of Pentacles energy. I'm also seeing that you have some help available to you in ways that you may not have yet considered. You think you'll know what I mean by that. It's more just a reminder from Spirit that those resources are available to you if you want to call on them. And I would say that in particular, it's people in positions of power to help you resourcefully. So I'm seeing somebody who is quite generous and able to help, being willing to help if you're asking them. But I'm seeing somebody particularly very independent and very much in a flow experience of creativity, of making something new, it's a creative project or a individual project that you're taking on. It's almost as if Spirit's giving you that little nudge saying you can do it, go for it. And it's almost like you're putting a shut door on the feeling of failure, the feeling of burnout, the feeling of feeling defeated, and actually starting a new chapter with a lot more gusto from a place of authenticity and particularly leading with your own intuition. It's a really beautiful reading, Pile 1. I'm wishing you all the best with that project, whatever that might be, or whatever that situation is. The energies around this are looking really positive for you to be succeeding in that endeavor. So I wish you all the best, Pile 1. See you later. Bye. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. You chose the tiny little, almost blue piece of sea glass here with the little ridges. Let's put that over here and find out what the answer to your question is. Yes or no? It is a yes. We have Two of Cups coming through. Let's find out more about the situation and the energies surrounding this question and this answer. What else do you need to tell me about Pile 2, please, Spirit? Okay. I just got two of these cards with a star coming. We have the Page of Swords. Okay. Very interesting. What's going on here, Pile 2? What's going on? Tell me more, please, about Pile 2, Spirit. Okay, you're really insistent. This one as well. This one as well. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. Okay. I just want to get another one there. Yeah, Three of Wands. Do you know what? I want extra. I want one more card for Pile 2, please, just to see. Okay, thank you. Okay. So I think it's a yes, and I was very much interested in this question in regards to anybody asking sort of questions about romances coming up. I have an idea of some of the questions that could have been asked, but obviously I'm not going to be overly specific because not all of you are with me in the room right now. You're only watching a video after I filmed it, but currently these messages that I'm getting are very interesting, okay? They're very much about romances, very much about asking questions about will I ever have this. I don't want to be specific. Okay, so it's a yes. It's a yes. And it's a yes because it's coming when it's supposed to come. And there needs to be a little bit more faith that it will come when it's supposed to. And it will come because of you making choices that are most aligned with your values. It means that you are being honest about when things are not working, that things are making you unhappy, being able to walk away from them with your head held high. It's being truthful with yourself internally and mentally. I mean this in an intellectual way, like looking to yourself for truth as opposed to trying to feel your way through it. It's almost like you're being quite analytical and quite logical about how you feel. Which might be a bit new for you, actually. The interesting thing about this is that it does lead you to be able to act from a place of authenticity emotionally so much more than you were able to before, because you have thought about a situation very logically and allowed yourself to go through every single what if and or every single point of this issue that you have been thinking about. You have actually gone over it in your mind, and it leads you to a place where you become very balanced, you become very much in your own power. And although it does lead to a grieving period, because part of being able to logically accept that something might not be for you right now, it will make you feel sad, and it will make you really question if you're right or not, because it will feel hard to walk away from certain types of situations, even if you feel logically it's the right thing to do. Funnily enough, this leads to a space in your life where you're much more in control, you're much more feeling fulfilled, and it gives you space for new energies, new love, new romance, and new connections, particularly in a relational kind of sense, connections and friendships, and new love. It leads you to a place where you're actually open and able to receive that. And so if the question that you're asking is, will this ever happen? It's a resounding yes. So, because what I'm seeing here, pile 2 is a journey towards that, where at times it feels like you may not have done the right thing, even though it was like the only option. If you were being very honest and authentic at the time, it would have felt right. But what I'm seeing here is, I want to be clear, what I'm seeing here is some doubt about that having been right when you're looking back on it in hindsight. But I'm not seeing that it was the wrong choice at all. It's just that sometimes when things are slightly different or unstable, or we're in new territory, it can feel like we may have made the wrong choice. Spirit's not saying that right now. They're saying you're going to feel like that sometimes, but you're right on the path of where you need to be. You're leading with authenticity, you're being honest with yourself, you're letting yourself feel feelings that are uncomfortable, and it's leading you to a place of empowerment where you're open and ready and able to accept much better things that we have in store for you. So pile 2, it's looking really beautiful. I wish you all the best with this, and I will see you again soon. Bye, pile 2. Hello, pile 3. You chose the khaki colored piece of glass here. Looking beautiful. So let's put that to the side and find out if your question is a yes or a no. Oh, it's a Wheel of Fortune. I'm leaning towards a yes, but let's go and have a little look. It's more of a maybe, this one, I think. Well, no, it's leaning towards a yes, but it's not a resounding yes, put it that way. Okay, this one's coming up here. That one is as well. Okay, Knight of Wands, 8 of Swords. Any more energies for pile 3, please? Thank you. We've got the Moon. Right. Some really interesting cards coming up here. Pile 3. I have the Moon. I have 7 of Pentacles. I have the 8 of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Sun, the Page of Wands. Okay, pile 3. This is a maybe leaning towards a yes. And I'm saying that partly because there's a lot of conflicting energy going on here. So I can tell that the situation is actually very complicated and it's quite long, like it's a long-term situation in terms of the answer. But what I will tell you is that regardless of things feeling very challenging at the moment, what lies ahead is almost the polar opposite of what you're experiencing now. It's almost like you're asking from a place of fear, of doubt, of loneliness, of feeling like you have to really make your own fortune happen for you. And we have the Wheel of Fortune coming up here, which is interesting because we have two sides to the Wheel of Fortune. We have it when we're experiencing misfortune and other times when we're experiencing fortune. And I feel like this is very much encompassing that, where I feel like Spirit is saying the wheel will turn regardless of how you feel about it or where you're at on it. And this is a reminder that even when things are bad, things will get better. Also, when things are really great, it's not always going to be lasting. It's just not possible for life to always be good. And also partly when things are always good, we start to take it for granted. So there is something to do with having the fortune to experience misfortune. It really does make life sweeter. And I know that's hard to hear, especially when you're in a situation where it feels very hard. But Spirit is actually telling us here that you are absolutely in line to receive fortune just like the rest of us when you're experiencing misfortune. I have that coming through with the Seven of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Page of Wands all in a line. This is like how I'm seeing it and feeling it. We have this line of misfortune, we have this line of fortune. And so this is why I'm saying I feel like it's a yes, but it's a maybe really. And it's more a commentary from Spirit. It's like, it will be a yes sometimes, it will be a no sometimes. That's how life is. Pile 3. But I can see that you have so much looking like good in your future right now. Such a lot of positive things coming your way. Keep working hard. That's one of the messages that I'm seeing coming through. The hard work is not going to be for nothing. And it needs to be you learning how to live with the uncertainty of that and trust in that. Trust in the system that you're working within and working with a positive work ethic as well as a kindness to yourself, that it's okay if it feels terrible, because sometimes our feelings are lying to us and it's not necessarily the truth and there's a bigger picture that we're missing out on. That's particularly felt with Eight of Swords. That tells me that mentally there's something holding us back, but it may not actually be like actually holding us back. It just feels emotionally like it's holding us back. And I'm seeing that there's good things lying ahead of you. The moon and the sun are coming through here. It's both sides of the coin. It's both sides of this Wheel of Fortune. And I'm seeing the page here. This is talking about moving on and making our own luck. Rather than fighting fires, we're actually moving on and starting to work for our own values, our own way of being. So I'm sorry that that's not more clear, but it's almost as if Spirit is just reminding you that this question you're asking is way more complicated than a yes or no, and it's also to do with the place in life that we find ourselves in, that things will not always be like this, and that there are good things on your horizon, and Spirit's just asking you to work hard and keep doing the thing that you believe in, because they believe in you, and you're going to have success with that. Okay, Pile 3, I wish you all the best of luck. I will see you again soon. Bye, Pile 3. Hello, Pile 4. Welcome to your reading. You chose the clear piece of sea glass here. I'm going to put this over here. Let's find out what the answer to your yes/no question is. It's a yes. So 4 of Wands, we're getting a yes here. Let's find out more about the energies around this question, around this answer, around this situation for you, Pile 4. I see. Okay. More energy, please, for Pile 4. Thank you. A little bit More energy for pile 4, please. Tell me more. Okay, thank you. And okay, I guess this is very jumpy actually just now for you, pile 4. It's really interesting to me. Aha. Okay, I'm just going to ask for one more just for my sakes. We have the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Swords, we have Death, we have Page of Swords, we have the Emperor. Okay, I'm just going to be clearer, please. Last piece of energy I need to know for pile 4, please. Last piece of energy, please, for pile 4. Last piece of energy for pile 4, please. Let me know. Okay, thank you. A little bit interesting with the energies there. They almost didn't want to give me this last little card. So let's work out why. It's a yes, and I'm seeing it to do with continuing on a long-term project. There could be partners here as well. Strong partnerships. I'm seeing something end partly because it was not working. There was too much going on. And it needed to end, and there seems to be another section of energy coming in here where strong partnerships are being forged, where long-term plans are happening, where people are speaking the truth, and this phase of things not working, of arguments and sort of difficulties is coming to an end now, and this overall situation, the answer to it is yes, and it's a very positive yes. It's very much a teamwork kind of yes. So I must admit, most of this reading feels like a work issue, but some of it could be partnership, but most of it feels very practical. It feels like there's more than one party involved in terms of, like, I feel like there could be like 3 or 4, even 5 people going around in this reading. It just feels a lot like team building kind of friendships possibly as well, and a lot of needing to speak the truth, and a lot of energy ending after a period of dysfunction. But it's a yes. It's a positive yes. It's just there's a reminder here about long-term strategy. There's a reminder about making sure you have strong boundaries, of having strong partnerships, of speaking your truth very clearly and kindly, not being cruel to anybody, just being quite direct and being assertive. And that's how you can really be in your power right now, pile 4. I wish you all the best. This is a really interesting reading, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye, pile 4. Hello, pile 5. Welcome back to your reading. Let's have a look at the sea glass you chose, this beautiful little green triangle piece. Let's put that over here and find out what the answer to your yes/no question is. It is a no, pile 5. Let's find out a little bit more about what's going on in your reading. Energies, things I don't know for pile 5, please. Sorry about that, pile 5. I just had a very interesting man in my garden. I'm going to ask. Luckily, I didn't get any cards coming up until I'm asking. That's coming up now. For pile 5, please. For pile 5. There we go. Let's see what you've got so far. We have 4 of Pentacles. We have 6 of Cups. This is interesting, pile 5. More, please. Any more information? For pile 5, please. Feeling that one. Yep, 5 of Swords. Pile 5, please. King of Pentacles. That one. Pile 5, please. One more. For pile 5. It's actually 2 more I'm seeing. Right, let me see what's going on. Pile 5, it's a no. Let's see what you've got going here. Ooh, you've got King of Pentacles and 9 of Pentacles, and then we have 4 of Cups, and we also have 10 of Wands, along with 5 of Swords, 6 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles. I mean, the first thing I'm thinking up here is inevitably there is some sort of issue about finances. There's issues here to do with hoarding finances, needing to hoard finances, not being able to be as generous as you would like to be, that causing arguments, feeling just quite very, very careful about making sure that the money that you're using is going to be lasting and also is working as hard as it can do for the future. So that could be to do with things like investments and pensions, things that are really quite long lasting. I'm talking about long-term financial planning, and the minute that means tightening the belt. And I'm seeing a lot of worry coming up, as well as lots of hard work. So it's a no right now, pile 5. It's a no, and it's just a little bit of a reminder about making sure that you're thinking in long-term ways. Because obviously things like this don't last forever, but it is sort of a little bit of a reminder from Spirit that there's good reasons as to why you have a certain plan of action, that you need to think about things in the long term. Now, just because this particular reading feels quite it feels quite serious, pile 5, I'm just going to ask a little bit of advice. I haven't done this for the other readings, so I'm just going to ask a little bit of advice from Spirit for pile 5 right now. Give me a little bit of advice for pile 5 with this energy. Thank you. Let me see what's happening here. King of Wands. Strategizing. Creative. Planning. Long-term thinking. Being a leader. Feeling quite, this is a very warm, a positive card coming up as well. I feel like if any of the things that I have said in the last couple of minutes for this answer, if it has resonated with you, pile 5, I would go and have a look into the qualities of the King of Wands. There's something about the King of Wands which has a lot more individualized clue to the best way, the best attitude to have going forward. He's somebody who people look up to, but he's also a very creative, kind of person. And I feel like there's a lot of clues as to how to approach any issues that you're having right now in the King of Wands and embodying the King of Wands. So I would ask you to go and have a look at those types of archetypes in depth. Because unfortunately, this type of reading isn't very well set up for me to give you a bigger, bolder reading. But there are lots of other videos I have that are in long form, which might be a lot more helpful. So I would have a look in some of my other videos. And I do have another video coming up in the next few days about the forest, which could be helpful for you as well, because we're talking about how to navigate the next couple of wintry months and asking the forest spirit a little bit more about how to wrap up for winter and keep ourselves happy and healthy. So I would have a look at those videos, and I wish you the best of luck with this pile 5. Remember to think about your long-term planning. There's something here about long-term planning, working really hard and things feeling quite difficult and unpredictable right now, uncertain right now, but there is very much this vision that you have of how things need to be and how to get there is obviously very useful, and it is definitely connected. So I would have a look at the King of Wands And remember that you are absolutely going to be okay, that you have a long-term plan ahead for a reason, and despite any temptation to really, what's the word? Ruminate in an unhealthy way that's not necessarily helpful for you right now. So yeah, I just want to take one more little card here and just double check what's happening here. Just a last little bit of, for pile 5, please. Yeah, I have the 10 of Cups coming up here, pile 5. It's not as bad as it feels at the moment. There's definitely signs getting, with the 10 of Cups coming up here, it's just something about you being able to provide, being able to have happiness, being able to celebrate wins, to have that family spirit, that community around you. That is the long-term plan, even if there's hiccups right now. So have faith, look up the King of Wands, and hopefully I will see you in another video soon. Bye, pile 5. Hello, pile 6. Welcome to your reading. You chose the clear piece of sea glass here. Let's put that to the side and find out what the answer to your yes/no question is. It's a no. I'm sorry, it is a no. It's a 9 of Swords. So let's have a look and see how you're doing, pile 6. Oh my, okay. Knight of Cups is coming up. I'm wondering, is the question about a romance? We have this one coming up as well. 5 of Swords. There's a lot of 5 of Swords coming up in our readings today. There's arguments in here. Okay. Pile 6, please. Pile 6. And this one's coming as well. Right, let me see. We have the Lovers. Yep. We have the 4 of Wands. Yeah. Okay. Yep. I'm gonna get one more as well. Pile 6. It's a no, I'm sorry, pile 6. And I think it's, oh my, okay, yeah. We've got the Moon and I've got 4 of Swords. Just because I was wanting to know a little bit extra about what's going on here. So I'm getting a lot of romance questions up here. I'm getting a lot of heartache coming in. I'm getting a lot of feeling quite lonely, feeling quite alone, feeling quite withdrawn. And so I just want to address that, because although it's a no, it's not the whole picture, which is the case for every single one of these readings, which is part of the reason I do this. I've just on pile 5 had quite a deep reading as well, considering this is a short and sweet reading, so I can't really get too deep into it. But this this answer here we have for you, pile 6. I'm seeing heartbreak, I'm seeing arguments, I'm seeing lots of long-term and deep questions about finding a partner and finding a healthy partnership as well. And having more romance coming into our lives, having more fun coming into our lives. And just there's a yearning for that stuff. And the reason it's just not working out for the moment. It's just not for you at the moment. But it doesn't mean that isn't underlying some of the energies that are coming up here. Because I am seeing that there's actually quite a lot of I think for most of you this is about if you're a woman looking for a man, particularly, because I'm seeing a lot of male figures coming in here, and it feels like these are options, and they're all quite different, and they're all quite, it's like there's lots of different types of people that you could be happy with, and it's just the case that you need to go through some of these things in order to find that person, but there's no need to feel sorry about where you're at right now, because it's part of the process of finding the right person. You need to have those heartbreaks. You need to have these moments of being alone, so that you know yourself better, so that you know when a good thing happens, and when something is healthy and happy for you. And I must admit that there are more than one option that would make you happy. I'm seeing different versions of stories here. I'm seeing some of it's more casual, much more romantic based, much more unofficial. I'm seeing some of it. There is a character in here who is quite argumentative, actually, quite sharp with his tongue. And there's also another character coming through who is very methodical, very, very stable, very much like a long-term strategy type person. So it might be somebody who you already know, but you haven't thought of in that way. But overall, I'm seeing is this is a time to actually be alone, to be with your thoughts on that, particularly if it's a romance question. But it's a time for you to really rest and recover, and really think about what it is that you need, what it is that you want, what it is that you prioritize, and not to beat yourself up about where you're at right now, because this is just not the whole story. It's just an aspect. It's like you've been in the wars, and it's time for you to lick your wounds before you go out again, you know? Because what I'm seeing here is resting, recovering, tapping back in with emotional engagement with yourself and your own intuition. And I really am seeing you progressing from feeling very, very sad and alone into a place where you are meditating and being very much in a self-care kind of mode. So this is the answer for you here at pile 6. It is a no, and with the caveat of the reading I just gave you. So I wish you all the best of luck and love in the world, pile 6. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope to see you back here again. But until then, see you later. Hello, pile 7. Welcome to your reading. You chose the larger piece of green sea glass here. Let's put that to the side and find out what the answer to your yes/no question is. Oh, I don't know. It's a maybe. Let's find out and see if the cards for the energies around this question, this answer, have any more clues about this. I think I'm leaning towards a yes generally here, but let's find out more about this, pile 7. For pile 7, please. Thank you. Let's have a look. We have 9 of Wands. We have Knight of Wands. Wow, this is active cards here. Thank you. We have the Emperor. Pile 7, please. We have the Ace of Swords. Let's bring these up a little bit. We have the Empress. One more for pile 7, please. Thank you. Let's see. Now we have the 5 of Wands. Okay. It's a yes, but it's a complicated yes. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of activity. I'm seeing a lot of go-getting. I'm seeing you feeling like you really have to fight for what you want. And I'm seeing that concurred by Spirit. There's something here about really knowing what you want and being brave enough to go and get it. Even though it feels like you've been through the wars, you still have a lot of ideas and new ideas particularly to offer. It's very much an active set of cards I've got for you here, and they're strong cards as well. I see you have a goal that seems almost like it could be difficult or impossible to get to. It's not completely impossible, but it feels like it's quite a large, like, high goal, and it feels like a very long way to get there. But I can see Spirit here as saying, if you want to get there, you have to act on that goal. You have to take responsibility for getting yourself where you want to be, and it is there for you to have if you do the work to get it. And also, it is difficult. It is hard for you to get there, but the effort is very much part of the process of being worthy of getting it. It's like you earn it on your way there. You earn it through the work. You learn as you work towards it. You're somebody who is very much capable of being in control and leading and producing. If as well, like, I mean, I must admit, there's also, I'm seeing this more in a long-term kind of work kind of question example, but I am also seeing if this is like a love card. There's something here about building a life with somebody else, and that relationship being actually really like two very strong personalities meeting and clashing, and that being part of that relationship, the thing that makes you both. It's almost like both of you are either together in business together, or you both bring out the best in each other by challenging each other. And there's something about that being quite industrious for both of you, which is, you know, different strokes for different folks, of course. But yeah, being very much a match of equals and very much a very complementary set of energies, very masculine, feminine, very yin, very yang, very black, very, very white. Just this feeling of balance coming through these cards, and also bickering. I hope Americans know that word, bickering, and I don't mean that word as in like arguing in a dysfunctional way. I mean it in like sort of seems it's quite a functional way of communicating for these two characters for some reason. So yeah, there's just a lot of energy around working to get what you want, fighting for what you want, being brave enough to actually go for a dream that you have, and to build it, and to fail, and then to start again and to try again, and to not take it to heart, because essentially there's something here about really believing in yourself and knowing that you're worthy of it, and being brave enough to actually work for it. So there you go, pile 7. It's a yes. I wish you all the best. I wonder what this was about. If you enjoyed this reading and would like to see more, remember to subscribe, and I will see you here again soon. Bye, pile 7. Hello, pile 8. Welcome to your reading. You chose the clear piece of sea glass here. Let's put that to the side and find out what the answer to your yes/no question is. It's the Ace of Wands, and I'm saying that that is a yes. Let's find out a little bit more about the energies going on in this reading for you, pile 8. Okay, we have one coming out straight away. Thank you, thank you. We have the 7 of Swords. We have the 4 of Pentacles. We have the 10 of Cups. For pile 8, please. We have the Tower. Pile 8, please. Oh, that one jumped. Oh, Knight of Wands again. This is a really active reading today for the yes/nos. I wonder if some of you have been asking more than one question and taking more than one reading, because that wouldn't surprise me. There's a lot of activity going on in here right now. Okay, one more for pile 8, please. Okay, we have it. We have it here. We have Judgment. This is a yes. It's a complicated yes, but it's definitely a yes. Yeah, and I'm getting 8 of Wands on the back of the deck here as well, so that's telling me something else. The energies going on in here are really interesting, pile 8. I'm feeling like some of you are asking this question is coming from a situation where you feel like you've been losing for quite a long time, and you're just kind of like, well, wondering if it's worth continuing or if it's worth trying something new. That's kind of how it's coming across. Because I'm feeling quite betrayed. I'm feeling like things have been stolen from you, feeling like your life has been turned upside down, feeling like you're not really sure how to prioritize spending and like how to save, how to spend. Everything feels a little bit like the belt is tightening, and really just like these questions of like, what's my future? Because I really want things to be good. I really want to work for that, and I want to bring that more into my life, and I don't know quite how to manage doing it, and like, I'm it's funny because it's like, I can see like if you were to verbalize how you felt, it would be, I feel tired, I'm fed up, I'm scared. But the energies around you are not actually those things. There's something very energizing going on in these cards about, despite the fact that things feel hard, there's something about Spirit here daring you to use that misfortune or that feeling of misfortune to energize you to try something new, to have the bravery to start A again, or B to start something brand new completely and have that bravery. Because I'm seeing that you do have that bravery. This Knight of Wands energy is really like speaking to me through this Ace of Wands. This Ace of Wands here is about, I mean, for me personally, this is coming up in the reading right now. It's feeling like a creative project, like wondering if it's worth it, because something similar to that didn't work, or it feels like it will be silly, or it almost feels as if there's something going on where you're worried about failing, and you're worried about it being a waste of time. There's something going on here about that, and I am not hearing that that's the case. I'm hearing go for it. You have that idea, you have that impetus to do something regardless of the situation. I'm just giving some examples, but this is the case for all of these questions. It's a yes. If you're sitting there thinking about what could happen, or what had happened before, or being worried about what could happen, or having been worried about what has happened before, it doesn't matter. It's not related. This time, yes, you should do it, regardless of the outcome. It's worth it. So this is your answer, pile 8. I wish you all the best. Please remember to subscribe, and I'll see you back here again soon. Bye. Hello, pile 9. Welcome to your reading. You chose this piece of green sea glass. Really beautiful little piece. Let's put it to the side and find out what the answer to your question is, a yes or no. It's the devil. It's a no. I'm sorry, pile 9. It's a no. Let's find out some of the energies going on around this particular question and answer and situation. I have the World card coming up. Interesting. We also have the Death card. I knew that would come up, you know. That's so interesting. Pile 9, please. Pile 9, thank you. What else is here? 3 of Wands. Okay. Feels like that's just a lump of cards that came out rather than... Pile 9, please. That one. Pile 9, please. Thank you. Thank you. Right. We have the Lovers. We have the Two of Pentacles. We have the High Priestess. It's a no. It's not always a no, but it's a no, if you know what I mean. You probably don't. So, pile 9. This is talking to me about you knowing better than I know. You know better than I know what this is about before I begin, okay? You already knew the answer should be no. You know this because you've been here before. You know this because a lot of the promises that you're making to yourself do not align with this particular question. You know this because you're using your intuition about this. You're also looking ahead in the future about things that you actually want. You're looking about balance. You're looking about ending old habits that don't serve you. You're looking to have something new coming into your life. So you know that this situation doesn't actually do those things for you. And you know that the answer is no before you even clicked on this. This is your confirmation that it's no, okay? I don't want to really get into all of the reasons why it's no, because it feels pretty private, but if you want to have space for all of the things that you claim to want, you want that balance, you want that healthy relationship, you want to feel more in control, you want to be able to listen to your inner intuition, then you know what to do. And you don't need a tarot card reading on YouTube to tell you that. Because to be honest with you, this is an extremely loud, these cards together and this here, this is really loud. It's kind of calling you out on your stuff. Like, this is a card saying, are you seriously looking at a YouTube channel to work out something that you already know? Seriously, we have been here before. We know why. We know why this isn't good. This doesn't do any of the things that we claim that we want for ourselves. So why are we still here? We have to stop this. It's not giving us that balance. It's not making us feel happy. It's not giving us that space to grow. It's not giving that space to feel in control of our life. We actively aren't listening to our into our inner voice. We're continuing on cycles that lead us into the same place, and our life feels like it's out of balance. And so it's a no. Now, I don't know what the situation is, pile 9. Only you know that for yourself. But Spirit's just giving you a little bit of a slap here, a slap wrist. Stop. I don't know what else to say, pile 9. I wish you all the best. If this is something that you've resonated with, I'm sure that there's other longer form content that I have available for you. There's more readings that I'm putting out there that might be more helpful to find out how to get out of the habits that I can hear spirits talking about in here. But if not, and then I will see you again soon. I wish you all the best, pile 9. See you again soon. Hello, pile 10. Welcome to your reading. You chose the little blue piece of sea glass. Let's put that over here and find out the answer to your yes/no question. It's the Ace of Cups. It's a yes. Let's find out a little bit more about the energies going on around this for you, pile 10. Let's find out more. Or pile 10, please. Or pile 10. Thank you. Have the Hierophant coming up. Thank you. Judgment coming up. I feel like these two cards, like seriously so weird. They just came up there. We've got the Eight of Swords. We got the Eight of Cups. Somebody's leaving something behind. That's really interesting. Okay. More about the Ten of Cups, please. More about 10, please. Thank you. Then we also have the Five of Cups, and we have the Knight of Swords. Okay. Yeah. This is a yes, and there's something in this card reading for you, pile 10, which is all about going after what you know you want. Not putting up with stuff that doesn't help you anymore. And also, to be honest with you, I mean, some of the ways I'm seeing this coming up for some of us is to do with a role that we no longer feel we fit, that's no longer fulfilling us in the way that it used to. Some of us are teachers, actually. There's some kind of confusion here about identity coming in. Not really knowing quite where we are supposed to be and needing to do something drastic in order to find out. And I'm seeing people leaving behind roles that they feel a little bit trapped by, and also grieving the fact that they no longer feel that that fits them anymore. And really just thinking about how things used to feel and knowing that ultimately in order to get to that place again, we have to start from a more original set of values, a more basic setup. Because I'm seeing people who have become quite established, feeling quite trapped, and then going back down to basics. So I'm seeing that changing roles or possibly, closing up and starting something new, and that being and taking a lot of bravery in order to do that. But ultimately, it's you listening to your inner wisdom on that on your own and needing to have something that fulfills your cup in a way that currently you are not feeling. And yeah, there's a moment of grief here, as well as a moment of relief and a feeling of renewed confidence. But ultimately, yes, if that is resonating with you in any regard, yes, you can do it, you will do it. It will be hard and will feel scary, but it's good for you. And best of luck with that, pile 10. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you again soon. Bye, pile 10.